Hey, I'm live. It's very exciting. I'm here live. Hey, what's going on? Um, First of all, I'm going to get a little Pellegrino because I'm all about the bubbly water. Does anybody else like bubbly water? I love bubbly water. Second, I'm going to take this and share it to a couple of places. I just had a few conversations and I just felt the urge to come out here and do a quick live. Share. Let's share to a group. Let's share it. I want to talk about attraction marketing. I want to talk about marketing in general. I want to talk about your business. And I want to make sure that everybody knows these are my opinions and my views and what I've done over the last 20 years. I'm not looking to contradict anybody, your upline, your sideline, your affiliate programs. All I can do is tell you about what I've seen over 20 years and what I know to be true for me. Doesn't mean it's true for anybody else. So a lot of you guys know my story, but sometimes I have to just reiterate it just slightly for some people that either are new. And I'd love it if you'd share this because I think this is going to help a lot of people. In fact, I know it is. Just to give you the pre-frame for what I want to talk about. I started in very traditional network marketing where our job was to put 10 pennies in one pocket, go out and talk to 10 people, get their names and numbers, move the pennies over to the other side. A lot of you guys have heard that if you've been around for a while. I had two little babies. It was very hard to get out. So what was happening was I was going out, with the kids, and then one of them would be having a fit where you're trying to talk to people, etc. So that was challenging for me. Was it impossible? No. Could I do it? Yes, I did do it. And that's one thing I always, when people say to me, I can't do it. Well, no, it's just that you don't want to do it. You can do it. And I did, but it was challenging because of the kids and poopy diapers and all this other stuff. Then I learned about flyers and different things, which was a very rudimentary attraction marketing. So I would go out at night when they were in bed and I would put up flyers all over town and signs and all that type of stuff and do a lot of busy work, put them on cars, all kinds of stuff. I got yelled at by security guards, etc. And I did that to get phone calls coming in. So that was my first understanding of how to get somebody to reach out to me. The flyers and things were very rudimentary. It was, lose up to 30 pounds in 30 days or work from home, ask me how, very simple stuff. They'd call in and I'd talk to them. Okay. The next stage was to go out and do that same type of thing, flyers and signs on poles, etc. But they would call in and they would hear a voicemail because technology came in and we had these things. So they'd call in, they'd hear a voicemail, and the voicemail helped sort the people. And then the ones that left a good sounding message, we'd call back. So we're removing at a larger volume, casting the net wider, but still doing it in a very rudimentary way. Then I learned how to run some ads in newspapers, little ads. We ran them in penny savers and stuff. And so same thing, people were seeing the ad and they were calling in and they were hearing a voicemail, and then we'd call them back. So now we had more volume, more people to sort through, which, by the way, is a big key. You might want to write that down. Generally speaking, if you're not where you want to be, you're working with too few a number. You don't have enough leverage. You don't have enough volume. Okay. So I went from trying to talk to 10 people a day, which was very, very challenging with two little kids, etc. Cold calling. I did some cold calling of leads, etc., to having tons of people reaching out to me and being able to sort through them. So I went from going direct to people to having people to sort through, which made a huge difference. And again, this is the very rudimentary beginnings of attraction marketing. They were still all opportunity based, but we moved from just talking about weight loss, because it was weight loss at the time, to moving into talking about working from home, which a lot of people wanted to do. And I'd get calls from teachers and lawyers and everybody under the sun, moms wanting to work from home. So that's where I was up to when I learned about truly leading with content and information And I created my first little ebook and my first little capture page, which was very hard to do at the time. And I learned how to write a couple of letters, and they were very bad at the time. But I used the techniques that I knew, which was going out and flyering and this and that. But now people were responding to a voicemail or a website that offered them a free report. And the report, again, was sorting through the people more. And on the last page of the report, which I emailed to people, they either opted in and they got it through my autoresponder at the time. And a lot of people think, oh, it's too hard to set it up. Well, too hard compared to what? Because going out with two little kids that were screaming and freaking out while you were trying to talk to people and walking around the mall trying to figure out who to target and approach, especially when you're an introvert. I know nobody believes it, but I am such an introvert. Was very challenging for me. So learning how to set up an autoresponder, even not being technical, was less challenging than that. Okay. So we get to the point where I have this little system going on, and the last page of my booklet offered them, said, call in, fill out this form and call in with your credit card in hand. And they would know what flavor they wanted and what package they wanted. They knew the pricing up front. So the only people that were calling this other phone number wasn't the first phone number that was just a recording. The people that were calling the hotline were people that already wanted to buy. So now my day was being spent talking to people that had their credit card out. Now, that's where the magic, and I really started to understand this whole process, because even if I only got one call a day of a person with their credit card out, it was better than spending hours and hours and hours and out trying to talk to people that weren't interested. Again, am I contradicting learning to prospect? No, I did it. Okay. Am I contradicting going out and learning how to talk to people or approach someone or learning how to approach someone anywhere? No, I did it. I'm skilled. If you took away the internet, I could still do it. But am I talking about learning skills and then starting to use the leverage that's available today? Yes. And that was in 2002, 2003. I built this sucker. By the time 2005 rolled around and social media was born, I am, Jimmy. That's exactly where I am. Not again. Well, yeah, I was here for New Year's, but I'm here working today. Whatchamacallit? And then I'm not here for months, and then I'll be here. So when 2005 and 2006 came out, and you were able to start publishing on the internet easily, when blogs were born and MySpace was born, all of a sudden there were all these places I could put content and information. I had a huge number of people reaching out to me. So many that what started to happen is everybody wanted to learn about social media more than they wanted to do a network marketing company and sell vitamins and stuff. So my business just naturally evolved where I was teaching people how to do the processes I had developed. But I never strayed from my networking heart, right? My networking heart, which is people and helping people. I just had learned how to add a lot of leverage to it. And that's still today, 20 years later, it's still what I teach, the heart and soul of learning how to attract large numbers of people, not leads, people, human beings with hopes and dreams and things that they want to accomplish. They're not just marks to sell something to. These are people, humans like me. I was a mom who wanted to be home with her babies, but putting them into systems that will sort them for me so that I no longer have to spend any time trying to convince or sell anybody. Okay. That is what attraction marketing is. And when you really know how to do it, you weave your opportunity into it to they're literally signing themselves up, which is like a big promise. And people get upset when you say it, but it's true. You can create systems and tools that the people feel good about you so that they're literally signing themselves up. And guys, I want you to understand that the minute somebody signs up, that's not when the work is over. That's when the work begins. Because that's when you start the nurturing process, etc. So when people look at me today with the capacity that I have to do certain things, it's because of years of learning these processes and years of putting them together. And I've fastidiously been teaching them for a long time now. And I have courses, and I keep running into people that own my courses, never went through them, or people that took my course and kind of messed with it and didn't quite go back through it and learn it and internalize it. And that's okay, because it doesn't have to be my course. It can be any courses that you want. But attraction marketing was simply taking leverage and applying it onto your capacity to present to people about your opportunity or your product. That's all it was. And it's gotten so fancy, and everybody's making a course about it, and everybody, and no offense, because I was just talking to somebody who's working on that. I mean, they're great. They're a brilliant person. But everybody's teaching it and everybody's coaching on it. But I don't see very many people that actually know how to do it. And that's the part that scares me. It's okay to say, I'm going to teach you how to set up an autoresponder. It's okay to say, I'm going to teach you how to generate a lead. It's okay to say, I'm going to teach you how to do any particular skill. But when you're putting it all together and slapping labels on it, I could teach you the basic fundamentals of painting flowers. I used to paint a lot. I'm not an artist. I don't have a display. I don't have a gallery. I could teach you the basics of how to do some flowers, or I could teach you the basics of floral design. I'm not a professional floral designer. I could teach you the basics of cooking. I'm not a chef. I can teach you all kinds of things. I'm a pretty well-rounded woman. I can teach you a lot of things. But I don't pretend to teach anybody any really, like, a thing that I haven't accomplished or conquered. And I also don't lose sight of the people and where the people come from and what the people are searching for, what the people want and are hoping for. All I am is a housewife that learned how to put these puzzle pieces together into a mechanism, into a system that allowed me to become the top earner at an attraction marketing company. So, it's kind of neat because I am the top earner. I really know how to do it. Right now I'm back in network marketing and I'm messing around with it. I haven't gone gung ho. I haven't created a system or anything for it. I'm not going to tell you that I can teach you the top of the top over there, because I'm not it. I'm at the bottom leadership rank. I'm at their lowest leadership rank. But I am very, very good friends with their top person, who's one of the best paid people in the whole industry. Might be somebody cool to work with, right? I don't pretend a lot of things. What I do know is how to build a very responsive list, how to build a very responsive community, how to build relationships that last over time, and how to regard people, especially, again, when their hopes and dreams are caught up in something. When we do attraction marketing, and if you look at the people who really did it, all they did was they led with something that people want. They invited the people to be involved in some community or some list or some place where they could mass communicate with them over and over again. And they just kept offering them things. A lot of people moved away from offering network marketing because they like the idea of being able to sell people over and over and over. Whatever the case may be, I really want you to think, what is it I want in the long term? What kind of business do I want? What kind of lifestyle do I want? Do I want to be working constantly? Do I want to be dialing constantly? Do I want to be out at the mall prospecting constantly? Do I want to be prospecting everybody on social media constantly? Do I want to have to post 47 times a day? Or do I want to start to compile something that gives me remarkable leverage? Do I want to start to market something that gives me wonderful residual income? Okay, what do I want? And really sit and look and find those teachers that have done what you want to do and have what you want to have. Look at the lifestyle, look at the where they are, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and then forge forward. Attraction marketing is a remarkable, remarkable, remarkable thing. And quite frankly, attraction marketing is simply a business of telling stories. It's a business of telling stories, which is no different than network marketing when it started. Network marketing today, it's getting people into a room and telling some stories. Attraction marketing is about telling some stories and inviting people into an environment where they get to look at presentations of things you're selling. It's no different. It's very, very simple. Anybody can do it. But when it becomes overcomplicated or when it becomes twisted, that's when I get concerned. There's no need to twist it. It's so simple, there's no need to twist it. It's the same with network marketing. It's so simple, there's no need to twist it. It's simple. It's not easy because you have to work on yourself and you have to come to care about yourself and love yourself and then love other people. And you have to learn how to nurture and remember things about people. You have to learn to make it about others. You have to sit down and care enough to write some copy, and some words. You have to care enough to jump on and do some lives. You have to care enough to be in touch with folks. But when you do all of those things and you combine them, what's possible is downright remarkable. It's downright remarkable. And when done properly, people don't leave. People don't leave. So that's it. I'm going to go back to work. I just, my heart was full because I'm watching people struggle in ways that they just don't need to struggle. It's just a matter of collecting the people and having enough patience. You could be up and running this beautifully in 90 days. Beautifully in 90 days. 90 days isn't very long to get something running that's going to, pay you long term. And yet people don't want to do that, or people are in a rush. Sit down, pick your teacher if you want to learn this stuff. And if you don't want to learn it, that's cool. Stop torturing yourself. Just go out and do it the traditional old school way. Just go do it the basic way. Either way is good, but settle down. Settle down. Get off the hamster wheel and put your feet on the ground and take one step after another. And you'll be stunned when you look back at how far you've come. But if you're on a hamster wheel, you could run for the rest of your life and get nowhere. So my name's Diane Hochman. I know most of you guys that are here. If you're not on the newsletter, definitely be there. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Society of I Am has their weekly gathering of the minds. I don't know what the topic's going to be yet, but I know Mr. Williams will be out with me tomorrow night. We'll have a lot of fun. And if you're not in that Facebook group, message me. I will get you into that group. Very proud of this project, all about you, who you are, what you stand for, what you want to say to people, what you want to represent. That's where you got to get if you want to be a good attraction marketer, guys. There is no tool. There's no fancy tool that's going to solve that problem for you. You have to get to that place. That's what I believe in helping people do. The rest becomes easy once that's there. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Everybody have a great day. Take care.